Hi, again you're in company with Marcus from Rockmetalbands for a new review. Today I'm dealing with Napalm Death's 12th studio album, Smearcampaign, which you can admire in this Digipack version. You can see that the color is different than the one in the normal version. I prefer this one. And also because there is an additional sticker and there are two interesting bonus tracks, Call That an Option and Atheist Rant. We can say that the visual side is also interesting because the artwork was made by Mick Kenny, who also worked on the art material for other extreme bands such as Mistress and Anal Nathrak. And we can also say that there is an intentional connection to the origins, the style of the first two Napalm Death's albums, and also the one of Leaders Not Followers Part 2. As to the lyrics, again we have a majority of lyrics written by Barney. Some were written by Shane Embury. Most of them deal with lack of social justice, oppression of the powerful towards those who are trying to survive. There are also a lot of religious topics, such as war between religion and science, the isolation and the banishment, the punishment that Barney himself suffered when he was attacked by some Puritans because of his atheist convictions. There is even a track about anti-nuclear energy, Call That an Option. And there are other songs which are being isolated and neglected by everyone else. So again, we have a constant link with past material which is still explored by Barney, especially in a very elegant and well-written way. And as to the music, we can say that these songs are 16 or 18 in this version. The album is much more grindcore. It has abandoned most of the death metal structures that were present in their 90s albums. Even if the grindcore parts take the lion's share, we can see that there are still other influences. In some songs there are in the slow ones, for instance, there are Swans influences. There is a lot of hardcore metal. There are a lot of crustcore structures and elements in the way Barney sings, so again mostly related to Discharge, Siege, and Biggs and the rest. He's exploring different styles of vocals. We can say that in one track he's even using clean vocals, or we can call them simply natural, not affected. But most of them are very caustic. That's the effect that he uses on most of the songs. And there is also brief appearance by Nicky van Giersberg in X The Gathering in a couple of songs. In one she just speaks, in the other she's singing together with haunting keyboard lines. So I want to say that with this that even with that, 96% of the material is still completely traditional Napalm Death, and the sounds too are also very related to the 90s, and this is something they really wanted. It's not a coincidence at all. You can hear it from the sound of the snare drum, for example, or you can hear it from Mitch Harris's guitar sounds, especially when he goes mono, when the rhythm changes. It's very clear that he's still going back to the roots, to the period of Mass Appeal Madness and Utopia's Banished, for example. As to the songs in detail, first of all, I want to say there are no fillers, but there are actually a few songs that are a cut above. For instance, you should start with Sing Fast, Let Go. Then you should absolutely enjoy Short-Lived, very dynamic song with irresistible grooves. Eyes Right Out, it's very odd, and also When All Is Said and Done, which is also matched by an official video. It's irresistible with its open riffs and the way that Mitch Harris directs the whole song. And Persona Non Grata and Smear Campaign on the slower side are also very, very interesting in my opinion. So we can say that this album is something better quality in comparison with the previous album. Some even dare say it's a big improvement towards The Code is Red, Long Live the Code, which was just a warm-up exercise. Anyway, everybody agrees that old and new fans agree that this is one of the best 2006 extreme metal albums, and I'm also convinced that it's one of the best in the category in the first decade of the 2000s. So if you want to learn about the story behind the t-shirt I'm wearing, you can click on the link below. While if you want to subscribe to this channel, if you want to drop a line, you can leave a comment, you can like the video if you want us to keep up the hard work behind it. And you can also enjoy all the other reviews in the links below. There are links of the most important video reviews, but you can also find hundreds of reviews on our official website. This review was chosen because soon, in next September, the new album by Napalm Death will be out. We don't know if Mitch Harris will be there, it seems not. Anyway, a long time passed since Jesse Pintado left us. I also wanted to remind you of this great guitarist and person. He actually left us on the 27th of August 2006, so 1 month before the release of Smear Campaign, which was actually recorded in June 2006. So it would be a good way to pass this lockdown by listening to this album and being prepared for the release of the new one next September. I'm waiting for your comments, likes and suggestions. Thanks for your attention.